Alright boys, we're here talking about the 4 draft prospects the Houston Rockets selected last night with their 4 first round picks and their future moving on with the Houston Rockets. So what's up? My name is Jae'sean. If you guys have a video, drop me below, press squad button, and let's get to the video. So the Houston Rockets had 4 draft picks last night instead of 3. They traded 2 protected first round picks for the 16th pick, which originally was the OKC's pick, but obviously we selected someone with the 16th pick by trading 2 future protected picks. So we got Jalen Green, Alperen Sengun, Usman Garuba, and Josh Christopher. So at number 2, we selected Jalen Green. Now he obviously did average 18 points per game, 4 rebounds and 3 assists on 46% from the field and 37% from 3. So I think everyone knows what Jalen Green brings to the table for the Rockets. Someone that can bring them very high energy on and off the court, someone that can run the court back and forth, on defense and offense, pretty great in both ways. I mean, defense a little bit less, but can definitely improve in the defensive end. Now, his shooting splits were actually really great too. I mean, in the G League, shooting 37% from 3 against pretty much NBA players that used to play in the NBA. I mean, Jeremy Lin, Jared Jack, those type of players, but really good splits from Jalen Green, man. So not really too much to talk about because we've already been scouting out Jalen Green ever since before the draft. So not really too much to talk about here, obviously, but everyone knows he's going to be a really great player for the Houston Rockets, especially because the chemistry between him and KPJ, him and Josh Christopher, and honestly, the chemistry is going to be so great this offseason, man. It really is. This offseason, there's going to be a lot of time for them to build chemistry. So really excited for the future of this team, and hopefully that Jalen Green builds more chemistry with other people on the team. So there's that. With the 16th pick, the Houston Rockets selected Alperen Sengun, who was the Turkish MVP in the Turkish basketball league. So honestly, I did not even know this guy was in the draft. He is a center that is basically, hold up. Honestly, I did not know this guy was in the draft, man. Alperen Sengun, I want to say. I don't know, his name is absolutely weird to pronounce, but no, honestly, I'm pretty happy we got this guy because he's someone that can shot block and provide some defense for us in the long run. So he is standing at 6'9", which actually is pretty good. So a 6'9" center that can play offensively and defensively. I've seen some highlights from him. He's someone that's actually very athletic for someone that's a center. I mean, he can dunk the ball out of the rim, man. I mean, it's pretty amazing. If you guys don't know, just search up Alperen Sengun on YouTube. There's gonna be some highlights of him playing, and from what I've seen, he can dunk the ball straight out, man. I mean, he's someone that's really good in the pick and roll too, which is what I like. And for the most part, I mean, he's someone that can be good in the pick and roll with KPJ. So his stats overall, I mean, 19 points per game, 9 rebounds, basically 3 assists. Really good stats for a center right there. Shot 65% from the field and didn't really shoot the threes, which honestly is kind of concerning because he's not going to be able to stretch the floor, but he can work very well in the pick and roll, which is going to be fine enough. So these type of stats in the Turkish league, hopefully they translate to the NBA on the national level, because the Turkish league and the NBA both on very different levels in terms of skill and competition, but hopefully it just translates. I'm honestly super hyped for Alperen Sengun, man. I mean, he was so hyped out after we drafted him because no one knew who he was, and after everyone started searching up clips, mixtapes of this guy, he was honestly really impressive. So really happy we got Sengun, and hopefully he's here to stay. I mean, he could be the backup center for us, to be honest. So there's that. And with the 23rd pick, the Houston Rockets selected Usman Garuba. Now he is a 6'8" center / forward, and for the most part, it looks absolutely crazy, man. So right now he's playing for Spain in the Tokyo Olympics, and I think last year he did average 6 points per game. He averaged 5 rebounds and 1 assist, but his offense isn't really what stands out to me. It's his defense, actually. I mean, he's so versatile on the defensive end. I mean, he can steal the ball, he can block, he can shot block, he can play some interior defense. He can guard up the best players, man. So Usman Garuba, his game is mostly centered around defense and him just having a high energy, high motor on the court. I mean, I saw some clips of him playing today, and he looks absolutely amazing. I mean, he can play defense at a really high level. I hope it just translates to the NBA level. I mean, imagine him, Jae'sean Tate, Josh Christopher. Like, that's a really good defensive lineup right there. You know, adding KPJ, maybe adding Jalen Green. It's going to be a really good lineup right there in terms of defense. I mean, Usman Garuba, I definitely think he's going to be here to stay too, because he is honestly really good, man. I mean, he did shoot 46% from the field and basically 34% from three, which honestly isn't that bad. But honestly, like, his game, like I said before, like, his game isn't mostly focused on offense. It's more of the defensive end and him bringing energy to the team and on the court. So Usman Garuba, definitely a really good prospect that the Houston Rockets drafted right here. And finally, we have Josh Christopher, man. I mean, Josh Christopher, I knew a little bit about him, but you know, after us drafting him last night, I watched some clips and he looked absolutely crazy, man. I mean, 14 points per game. He averaged 1 assist and he averaged 5 rebounds. We're talking about a guy that can add so much energy to the team, man. I mean, he's also someone that's very quick too, which is pretty surprising to me. He's also someone that can play defense, which is really good. I mean, he did also shoot 43% from the field and 31% from three, which honestly isn't all that great. I mean, 31% from three, it should be a little bit higher, but you know, he has time to fix that. He's only 19 years old, which is really, really good for us. Fits our time frame. I mean, I think all these guys are actually under 19, which is very good. So Josh Christopher, I see him as a good 3 for us. I mean, he is 6'4" and 215 pounds, but I still see him as a pretty good small forward for us. I mean, we do need to fill in that small forwards position, you know, with Jae'sean Tate and KJ Martin both playing power forward. Josh Christopher, bring him in, let him play the small forward. And honestly, I think he could play the small forward at a pretty high level. He has some really great defense to him too, and really has a lot of quickness to his game. I've seen a lot of clips of him, you know, driving in the transition and getting a lot of and ones, man. So someone that can drive the ball, someone that can handle the ball pretty high at a pretty high level, someone that can have a lot of athleticism too. I mean, there was a lot of plays in the clips where I saw where he had a lot of dunk plays, you know, someone that can handle the ball pretty good too and has a really great mid-range game, to be honest with you, man. I mean, like, I saw a lot of clips, like I said before, taking a lot of mid-ranges, taking a lot of drives to the rim, you know, a lot of dunks. So really excited for Josh Christopher. And he did play with Jalen Green in high school, so that chemistry right there already is enough. So him, KPJ, Jalen Green, KJ Martin, like, they all have chemistry with each other. It's gonna be a really good season, man, to be honest with you. Like, even if we're not good, it's gonna be a really enjoyable day. So not enjoyable day, but enjoyable year. So the summer league is going to be pretty enjoyable too, assuming that KPJ does play. Even if he doesn't, it's still going to be pretty enjoyable because we have some other people in there. Kyrie Thomas, we have Armani Brooks joining, we have Cam Oliver. So yeah, really good year for the Houston Rockets, even if we're bad. And honestly, I'm just here to enjoy the moment. So that's the new video. If you do, drop me below, press subscribe button, and I'll be